Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Of course, this is JC Travel Series, and today I have a special guest on my channel. I told you before I'll be bringing colleagues who are studying in Sweden to share their opinion on their study abroad journey. So today you have to stay with us to the end. If you are new here, subscribe to my channel, like, share for other people to come on board. Just stay with us to the end because you are going to love the information that this beautiful lady is going to put out there. You're welcome to my channel.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Yes. So, listeners and viewers, I'm going to leave it for my guest to introduce herself properly to you. She's going to tell us about herself and what she's doing in Sweden. Okay. All right, let's dive into the conversation.
Thank you very much once again for having me here. And hello, lovely viewers. Hey. Okay, my name is Elizabeth, and I'm currently studying my master's in international business strategy here in Sweden, and I am originally from Ghana.
Where are you from?
Ghana.
Okay, we having some Ghanaians here. All right, so shout out to all Ghanaians.
Hi,
this beautiful lady is from Ghana, and as she said, she's here to pursue a master's study in Sweden, and she's been here for less than a month, so she's new in Sweden, but I brought her here to share her study abroad journey, her experience, her story with us. I believe it's going to motivate somebody who, or especially someone who is also looking forward to studying in Sweden. So please stay with us. I'm going to ask her a few questions, and then she's going to answer the questions based on the processes and everything involved in studying in Sweden. All right.
Yeah.
Elizabeth.
Yeah.
I have some questions for you. So the first question I want to ask you, and I need you to clarify for people to understand. Why Sweden? Why did you choose Sweden?
Why Sweden? So I chose Sweden because, first of all, because of my program, International Business Strategy. You know, I've already had my bachelor's in Ghana, and wanting to do international business strategy automatically means you have to have an international experience. Okay, get to know how business operates internationally and everything. So that was my main reason why. So I had to look for an European country, select a program. So I chose Sweden for that because it also focuses on sustainability. And my school offered me a scholarship.
Oh, wonderful.
So it was another reason why I chose it, because I was looking for universities or countries that their universities give funding. And basically, almost like 90% of all the universities in Sweden give scholarship, like depending on the procedure that there is. Yeah, so I like that. Focus on sustainability, and it's also in the Schengen area, so I get to go to different EU countries.
Right.
So yeah, these are some of the few reasons I choose. Aside there,
nice. We'll come back to the scholarship issue because it's one of the relevant things I want us to tackle in this video. Let me ask you, so which school did you attend in Ghana? What program did you study in Ghana?
Yeah, so in Ghana I went to Koforidua Technical University, or known as Koforidua Polytechnic. So I did my high national diploma in marketing, then I did my top-up Bachelor of Technology in marketing for 1.5 years. So I could say I have like 4 years, or let's say 5 years education. So I didn't go to the traditional universities. I still applied and I got my admission.
So you attended Koforidua Technical University.
Yeah.
And then you did Bachelor of Technology in marketing.
Yeah.
And then now you are studying
my master's in international business strategy.
Business related. Yeah, it's all falls within the business field.
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. Let me ask you, how long have you been in Sweden?
3 weeks.
3 weeks. 3 weeks.
We said 3 weeks and always counting.
Okay, yeah, 3 weeks and counting. Okay, so that's fine. So what are your observations so far in Sweden? How do you see the country in general, the people? What are your observations so far?
Sweden is a very beautiful country. Basically, I can say everything that you read about Sweden online is true. and 90% true. It's beautiful, has very beautiful landscape. In terms of business, they really focus on sustainability. You know, it's among the top 3 worlds or countries that focus on sustainability in the world, and yeah, they really live up to that standard. And the people are really beautiful, like they are nice, they are friendly. Basically, you'll be walking and you just see somebody smiling at you. Most often they smile. Out of like 5 Swedes that you meet, 4 will smile at you.
Wow.
And you know, it gives you the comfort, at least you are welcome here. Yeah. Unlike a place I know.
I beg, don't mention
when
it.
I went there, oh my goodness, you know, that it's not really racism per se, but you know, that kind of friendliness was not there.
Okay.
But here, this particular country, they are very friendly and it makes you feel welcome. So Swedes are really friendly and nice. Though they keep to themselves, to make friends, like we always read online, it's true. It's hard to make some friends, but at least the easier part of saying hi, how are you, hi, how are you, how is class is cool. But with time, I'm sure we'll get to bond and make friends.
Yeah. So you heard that. That is true. Swedish people, or the Swedes, are very nice people. They are welcoming. I mean, I heard some stories myself before I came, but trust me, what I'm seeing so far, they are nice people, and you approach them and then they have time for you. They talk to you, and we'll come back to the language aspect, whether they speak English or not, because I want Elizabeth to tackle that aspect. So I am the moderator here and she is our guest to educate us. Okay. So the next question I want to ask you is about the teaching method here. 3 weeks in Sweden. You've been to lectures. You've had some lectures so far. What are observations? How do they teach the teaching method compared to Ghana? What do you have to say?
Okay, so like
oh yeah, you have to speak.
So they all teach, like yes, we have my professors. They are good, like you know, but you know, Africans basically, it's not only in Ghana, like Africans and how they are, you always are supposed to address them professor, doctor, sir, mister. If you don't do any of that, you know that no.
Yeah.
But here you could call them by their first name, no matter they being emeritus or professors or doctors. You could say, Jesse.
Yeah.
You could just raise up your hand. Jesse, I have a question. Then you're good to go. You don't have to refer to them by professor, their titles, not at all. And then so it makes it really, it's hard to adjust because you're not used to that kind of things in our Ghanaian culture.
Okay.
Yeah. And number 2 is that there's break. Intermittent breaks.
In lectures, during lectures, that's true. That's true. Yeah. You know what she's basically saying about breaks. Let me come in before she continues.
Yeah.
You have about 2-hour lectures or lecture, and it will amaze you that you can go for breaks like 3 times before the 2-hour lecture closes. So yes,
makes learning very easy, more relaxing, you know. And also it's more about independent. I don't know whether it's because it's masters, but I think talking to the other bachelor student, I think it's what's like, it's basically how education in Sweden is like. Is that you have to learn self-independence or independent learning. I think that's the best word to use. You have to research on your own. If they give you an assignment, they'll give you links to libraries. Go to the library, go and do this. They'll say, okay, use some references, whatever. Like, you basically do everything on your own, and then you bring it to your lecturer, supervisor. They will supervise and then they'll guide you. Basically, you are doing this on your own, but with some kind of guidance. Unlike maybe they will teach you how to do everything. So here you learn on your own, then you come. So you can be individual learning or group learning. We even have an assignment right now, and I'm not even seeing top because hey,
she's a shark.
I'm not seeing top at all.
First class student in Ghana. She didn't say that. We'll come back to it.
I'm not even seeing top because this is they'll give you an assignment and then you have to like some kind of reference time and everything. But you know, it's flexible learning system. You know, it's nice, it's relaxing. 3 hours and then you have like breaks, like fika. You go and drink some coffee, go and walk around, eat some cinnamon. Oh, come on. It's a nice place.
You heard that. So flexible in terms of teaching and lecture. So we go on. Most importantly, especially for this video, what pushed you to even start thinking of studying abroad? What pushed you? How did you come about the dream? How did you come about the whole thing? What pushed you to start? Is there a story to that?
There's a story. I have always And always, like, in all honesty, I've always wanted to study abroad. Me,
Okay.
I'm among those people in Ghana or maybe Africa or people that set goals and say, okay, after my bachelor's, I don't want to do my master's in Ghana.
Okay.
I would love to have an international experience. I'm somebody who has always had this when I was in the primary school.
Okay.
Yeah. I think there's a small backstory, which is that I grew up with some whites, like, like volunteers when I was growing up. So in my childhood, I've already seen a lot of whites, and I always like, oh, I want to travel, I want to travel. So I was very fortunate, or maybe you could say it was a dream come true when when I was in my Bachelor of Technology. I had a scholarship for an exchange program in Germany. So
so
I had to go.
No, relax. During your bachelor studies in Ghana,
in Ghana,
you had a scholarship
to
participate in an exchange program
in Germany.
Yes. So you came to Germany to spend 2 semesters or 1 semester? 2 semesters. A whole year.
I'm in Germany.
She's a shark, So she had international experience already before coming back to Sweden to study. All right.
So it was a dream come true for me, So I went to Germany. So that was like the first time I saw the contrast and comparison between education between Ghana and Germany. So that was my first. I was like, okay, now I've seen how it's like in bachelors. I love this place. I love this country. I want to do my master's after my Bachelor of Technology, and that's what I did. So that was in 2021. I came back in 2022.
Okay.
Came to complete my Bachelor of Technology, wrote my exam, and I started the application for Germany. And I wasn't looking anywhere. My focus was in Germany. Why? Because it's free tuition from kids to grown up. Like, it's another story. So, but you have to have a block account. That wahala. So, money and everything.
So guys, before we continue, we'll try and make a video on that aspect, talk about Germany a bit later, because you need to understand this free tuition in Germany and block account issues. That is not our focus today. So if you are interested in that, maybe you drop that in the comment section. I will invite her again to talk about Germany, because she's much familiar with the process in Germany, because she's been there. She told me she guided some people to even secure admissions in Germany. So we would love to have her back here. Okay, let's continue.
So when I came back, apart from financial issues, everything, so we moved to 2023, and I tried to get some schools. I got some schools in Germany again, but remember, like I'm saying, I wasn't focusing on US, Canada. No, I wanted free education. I didn't have money. It was on Europe, and specifically Germany, because it's free tuition. Norway is taking school fees now. Finland is bringing school fees. So 2023, I got admission again, but then visa appointment date in Germany was another issue. So I was there. My professor told me, Dr. Kayeje, kudos to him, told me, why are you not trying to apply to these Scandinavian countries? Have you ever looked at Norway, Finland? For some of our professors.
A professor in Ghana
in Ghana.
Taught you?
Yes, Dr. Kayeje, kudos to him. So he was like, some professors here have already applied to Scandinavian universities. Why are you not? I said, I don't like there. I want Germany. But he was like, try. So I googled universities in Sweden. And then I had all the list, and I took 20 of them, because if you want business related program, engineering, IT, like everything, Sweden is in there.
Top.
So I got a lot of universities to choose from. Then now it came to the funding aspect. I was like, okay, what are the requirements for, apart from admission, what are the requirements for funding? That's what I was looking at. And so I broke down the schools to 15. Then the requirements, I was, apart from Stockholm and Uppsala, they were saying they wanted GRE and GMAT, and I wasn't ready for that. So then I had to break down the schools again to the ones that don't require GMAT and GRE for my business program. When they'll give me funding was my focus. Please, that is it. So then I laid them to 8. So then eventually I was like, okay, let me re-rank them again. So when I was re-ranking them, in Sweden, you have to select 4 universities. And then the first university you select is what you can only apply for scholarship for.
Yeah, guys, we'll try to elaborate more on that aspect, maybe in this video. Yes, because it's a whole thing in that aspect.
Very long.
Selection of the program and prioritizing them based on your interest and getting scholarship. So we'll try our best to talk briefly about that before the close of the video, but let me let her continue with the story.
So you rank them. So when I was ranking them, I wanted to choose Maladel. Like so forgive us if we are not able to pronounce that, because we are trying to pronounce
Swedish words.
Exactly.
Maladelen University, right?
Yeah, Maladelen. So it was really my school that I wanted to go to. And actually, apart from the funding, I was also looking at, okay, the cities, because, like students there, low key.
Are you taking note of what she's saying? She's giving us some technicalities here. So when making your choices, she mentioned funding, then maybe the program, and then the cities. You should consider this.
The cities as well.
Yeah.
So I was trying to look for people from Stockholm, because Stockholm was now out, because they were asking for GRE or GMAT. Uppsala, like the most, African place. Like if you want the city with the most African students, it's Uppsala, and they give some special funding for African students. There's Ghana. I think it's the Adler scholarship. Alexander something scholarship. You could get. It's fully funded for Africans. So it was why I was targeting Uppsala, but they said GMAT. So eventually I have to look for the other one. So I was looking at the cities. Okay, how good is this city? Are there part-time jobs in case of anything? In terms of development after school, like the job, if you don't go to Stockholm,
stay back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if in that city, can I stay back and get some work to do? Those kind of things. I was looking at them. Then eventually I linked my schools to 4. And then the first one, like I'm saying, the first one is the only one you can only apply for scholarship. And then it's always done every university in Sweden. They'll give you the link. When it's time, they'll give you the link for those who selected it as their priority.
Yeah, as the first choice.
Then you follow the procedure. So that's what I did, and eventually I am here. So it's basically like a dream come true. And like I said, I've always wanted to come to the European side, not more of the US or the Canada side. So now I'm here and I come.
Yeah, her dream. So according to her dream country was Germany.
Yeah,
and a lot of things happened, and she had to reconsider her decision. And she's in Sweden now. Yeah, but she can just wake up and just go to Germany any day,
anytime, any day.
It's part of Europe.
Yeah,
and when you have that visa or residence permit in Sweden, you don't need visa to enter any other European country. So it's just like a dream come true for her. Yeah. Okay, so can you please tell us the name of your university, where you are studying, and the program again? Or you did that already?
Oh, no. Okay, so in English, my program, my university is Linnaeus University. In Swedish, it's called Lenin.
Lenin.
So, and then the program is Masters International Business Strategy with a sustainability focus.
Did you hear that?
That's why I chose. Another reason I chose.
So she's passionate about sustainability.
Yeah.
That's one thing you should have in mind if you intend to study in Sweden. Yeah. In crafting your SOPs, letter of intent, motivational letters.
Yeah.
Try to be passionate about that, because they are really looking for people who want to advocate in that aspect. Yeah. So we continue. You mentioned that you were offered a scholarship.
Yeah, I was.
How did you secure a scholarship?
Okay. So, like I said before, when you asked me the whole process, everything. So, you choose 4 universities in Sweden. You can choose 4. Some choose 3. Some choose 2. Those who are more confident that actually this school I'm going to get to, they choose 1. So, whether you choose 4, 3, 2, you pay the same application fee. Like I said, the first university you choose is where you can only apply for scholarship, apart from the SI. SI scholarship, that is separate.
That is another big thing we will discuss. Maybe in the next video, otherwise it's going to be too long. We have to dedicate a whole video for that scholarship. Guys, you love it. If you are looking to study in Sweden and you need a scholarship
funding,
you should look out for that video.
Sweden,
it's a fully funded program. Okay, so continue.
So I applied. Linnaeus was my number 1. Number 2 was the same Linnaeus for tourism. I chose 2 programs in this university, and after my scholarship application, I applied for 2.
Okay.
Yeah, because it was the same university, but 2 programs.
2 programs.
Exactly. Okay. But the key is if let's say I had chosen Linnaeus as number 1, Uppsala as number 2, I can only apply for scholarship to Linnaeus.
So let me understand. You selected Linnaeus as number 1.
Yes.
And took 2 programs from Linnaeus.
Yes. So Linnaeus
you
was
had the opportunity to apply to 2 scholarships?
Yeah, I'm coming.
Okay. Okay.
So like I was saying, so you apply for basically 4 universities.
4 universities.
Yes. So I applied for 4 universities, yes.
Right.
But Linnaeus University, I chose 2 programs.
2 programs.
So Linnaeus University, my first priority, where I was given the link for the scholarship, was Masters in International Business Strategy. My second program was Linnaeus University, Tourism and Sustainability. Okay. My second program.
Okay.
Then my third university was Mälardalen University with Global Business Strategy. And then the 4th one was Gävle That's how they call it here.
Gaveling.
Yes, that one too.
In English, say gaveling.
No.
For the purpose of you searching and getting the right word, yeah, Gaveling University.
Gaveling or Oxford, something.
Yeah.
Yes. So this is how it was run. So after we applied in October, the portal is about to open
in October.
In October, 15 thereabout.
Okay.
So in February thereabout, that's after they closed the portal in January. So February, I've forgotten the date, but it's in February to late February to early March. Then they sent me the link that, dear students, you applied for the Linus scholarship and you qualified for the Linus scholarship application. So this is the link and it's specific to you. So in the email it comes that if you give the link to another person who maybe had applied to Linus but not as a first choice, they will cancel both of you. So it is specific to you. So I followed
Don't share the link.
And it wasn't a difficult process. All they were asking for me was there was a form that I had to fill.
Okay.
Like they will give you the link to the website.
Okay.
And they said it's a Word document. They ask you, why are you choosing this program? What program did you do? What contribution do you think you can apply to this program? Like no kind of motivation letter.
Yeah.
But it's in pages and they are specific, like 5 to 6 questions that you're supposed to answer. It's a Word document. So when you finish, you convert it to a PDF. And then you add your CV, so a letter of motivation in your CV. That was all I needed for the scholarship application. So because I'd applied for 2 programs in this university, I sent a appendix for 2 of them.
So you did 2 applications for the 2 programs in the same university?
Yes, because I feel like they are all number 1.
Number 1. Did you understand that? So what she's saying is that she chose Linus University as number 1, selected 2 programs.
Yeah.
So after everything, after deadline, they sent her a link specific for her to apply for scholarship.
Yeah, because I chose that my number 1. That was the criteria.
Yeah, number 1.
Criteria.
Yeah. So if you are looking to study in Sweden and you think, what you want to study, you find it in Linus University, you can go and do their search or do your search because they have some scholarships. For you.
IKEA scholarship, Linus.
Yes, so IKEA scholarships. Yeah. And that one I think goes to some specific programs. And we can talk about that too. If you continue to follow us, you have details of all of that.
Yeah.
And then she got a link from the school. She applied. And what happened?
Yeah, so when I applied, I think ending of February. So early of March, they sent me a Zoom meeting.
Wow.
Come for an interview.
So they invited you for an interview for the scholarship.
Exactly.
After you submitted your motivation letter.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was a smooth ride. So they asked me it was like I think 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Because they had to make sure that you have written a very good, prepared an excellent letter of motivation. And your CV is good, and make sure they always align to the program you're applying for. A letter of motivation needs to apply. Like they even ask you, why are you applying? Why not studying this? Why not studying this program in your home country?
So that was
in the letter
the motivation letter.
Motivation letter.
Okay, they gave you a template you need to follow to write.
You follow them.
Did you hear that? So they provided a template. You follow and draft your motivation letter accordingly.
No, it's not even you draft it separately. You fill everything in that particular form.
Okay.
You're not supposed to. It's like SI. Don't add.
Okay.
So that particular form, SI form.
Yeah, it's editable.
Exactly.
You can just fill.
But don't change the forms. Don't change anything.
Okay.
Then you submit. So the interview just asks me, okay, why are you choosing this program? Okay, why this?
So she's now talking about the interview. The questions.
Yeah.
She was
a 15 minutes interview. So
tell us about
he says, why did you introduce yourself? Why did you choose this program? What benefit do you think you can get from this program? Why not doing this program in Ghana?
Wow.
I said, oh.
He asked you that question?
Yeah, it's international. He says, he knows I wrote it in my letter of motivation, but he wants me to also
elaborate on it.
So I said, I chose this program because I did marketing in school and international business strategies related to marketing. Yeah, so, and I also wanted to have international, experience and because exposure. How can I say I'm learning international business in Ghana when I've not had any international exposure? He was like, wow.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I told him. I told him that.
That alone have won her the scholarship.
He was baffled. It was Henry who I forgot to know the orientation. That guy was
Henrik.
I don't know. That's not Henry. It's Henry. I don't know his name.
Which one?
The orientation, the one who was with us throughout the orientation, the guy.
Okay, yeah. I didn't get that.
I thought I was even telling Atunike he interviewed me. I was thinking, okay, yeah. So he interviewed. He was amazed. He was like, yeah. I was like, I chose this program because I did bachelor's in marketing, and this one is business related, and also I can't say I've studied international business when I have not had any international exposure. Wow. And he was like, you have been to Germany? I was like, I've been to Germany, and it wasn't enough. I still want to gain more experience, more exposure, so that when I finish, I'll come back to my home country with more experience internationally and with more skills and expertise to help more SMEs. So my focus was on.
Did you hear that? How many of you want me to bring here often to talk about Sweden? I told you she's a shark. She has much experience. She has gotten a lot of international experience, and she will share a lot more insight with us. Yeah.
So that's what we did. So it was just that brief one. Okay. Basically, what you wrote in your letter of motivation, just saying, Mom. And they only wanted to know that indeed you can speak English, and you wrote a letter of motivation.
Yes, indeed. You are the one doing everything.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Very true, very, very important. So that was it. Like, okay, you will hear from us because there's a line of application. I think Prof was saying we had almost like 500 applicants for my program. Our program is like basically the most applied to program here in the whole faculty of business and economics. Exactly. So just imagine the number of applicants. So you can just imagine. Though not all of them chose Lagos as the first choice. Okay. So after, I think in May, April 18th was April 18th, April 18th, because SI came 21st. April 18th, I got an email. Hi Elizabeth, you have been granted the LNE scholarship 75%. And please let me tell you, there's something unique about this particular year scholarship, which was that it's the first time they have, if you go to their website you see it, it's the first time they have done it as giving a scholarship whilst you are coming to the university. They often give it to you when you have passed your first semester, going to your second semester. So if you go to their page, they'll even say existing student scholarship, you can apply for it, and they'll give you a 75%. They'll use your first semester credits to see if you're okay with it, like if you qualify. But this scholar, the ones that they give to us, we're only two. I think we're only two that they give 2 or 3. You have to, they gave it to us before we came. So that was the unique thing. So I'm sure it will continue with time.
Yeah, I think they've reviewed the procedures, because for the purpose of maybe visa application, if they want to give you scholarship, why should you be here before you get, if you qualify, it will aid you in a visa processing. And you know, Prof mentioned that there were a lot of rejections last year. Even people paid tuition and they were rejected, and they had to summon the migration agency to ask questions. And I think this year it has been improved. A lot of people were granted. So my next question, can you take us through briefly on the school application process? How do you apply? Because someone who is watching will want to know, how do I even start applying to schools in Sweden? The portal, the link, or whatever. Before she comes in, after everything, you can check the descriptions box. I will put in the link that gives you access to the portal you can apply to schools in Sweden.
Okay, so Sweden has one of the most simple, easiest.
Tell us.
God, you so far. Like, it's just so easy to navigate the whole portal. It's smooth, easy ride. No.
Did you hear that?
You can just apply yourself. But if I can give it to somebody too, but it's just like, it's not that difficult that you're going to give somebody say, apply for me. So like I said, I had researched about it. I was like, okay, Sweden, and I had seen that the portal opens in October, and the portal is universityadmissions.sc. So even there before,
say that the portal
university admissions
that you can put in your applications or start applying to schools in Sweden is what?
Universityadmissions.se.
Universityadmissions.se.
He'll put it in the link.
The link down there.
So before that, I had already searched for university in Sweden, like I told you, breakdown before I even went to university admission. But however, you could just Google university admissions and you see everything that you need to know. Like all the, like basically is everything. Is like a student's guide. You get to know all the universities in Sweden, their programs, their school fees, their scholarship, everything there. So because I had selected my schools already, I had come down to 4 of them. Or just left with how to rank them in priority because of the funding and everything. So I went to universityadmissions.se when the portal opened. I ranked my universities according to my priority, and you can re-rank them as much as you want till the deadline.
Did you hear that? So let's say you go there today, you do selections of 4 schools, you rank them. That doesn't end there. You can come back tomorrow until deadline to rearrange or re-rank. So you can keep rearranging until deadline.
So your re-ranking or rearranging may be on different ways. Maybe that when you research later on, because honestly, my first university was not linear. My first was Maladelin.
Okay.
It was Maladelin, but after some 1 or 2 weeks, I was like, no, let me re-rank it. You know, so you may be re-ranking based on other information you may be getting. Make sure you are getting relevant and informed information before you do your re-ranking.
Right.
So like I said, I did that one. I submitted my application in December because like I told you, I was still waiting for my German visa appointment. So I was not even thinking about Sweden. Sorry. So in December, they opened in October. I just created an account, nothing. Submitted my passport. So you need your passport. You submit your passport, and then my CV. You submit your CV. Those are one of the basic things. Yeah. So when I did that in December, I came back when I had still not gotten my visa appointment date. Then I submitted my school. Please, every university and their requirement. Some universities may ask you for CV, some may not. Some may ask you for letter of motivation, some may not. Some may ask you for letter of recommendation, some may not. Some will just need your transcript and your bachelor certificate and your passport. That is all. So please read whatever requirement, because one missing documents for your application means you are rejected. You're not getting any admissions. And remember, university admissions are the ones that sends your application to the university. Yes. And the university will give you admission, and the admission will still come back on universityadmissions.sa for you to download. You see, so please make sure you have all the documents. So like I said, back to my passport, I downloaded the bio data.
Okay, so we are now on the kind of document she used to apply, or you uploaded.
Yes.
So pay attention and take note of them.
Yes. Yeah. So I submitted these documents.
Mention them
based on again. All the 4.
Okay.
Please, let's keep this in mind. So I didn't submit the documents because of one university. I looked at all the 4 universities. What were they requesting for? Me, I didn't have time to go look for a recommendation letter. So me, I was not even thinking about that. So I look.
That reminds me. In Sweden, do you need recommendation letters?
It depends on the all the universities. Yes.
Because in my case, all the 4 schools, I selected none. Yeah, not good. Even one.
Exactly.
Yeah, not
it's
even
possible.
One. So as she said, Sweden, seamless process.
Seamless. You just have your choice of selecting.
Choice. Yes, stress free.
That's all. So all the 4 universities sorry, all the 4 universities were asking for my transcript, a certified transcript. Certified means and university admission has given the details of what they are looking for. So certified means that it's going to be from a registrar or a university, whoever is supposed to stamp. The stamp should be clear. It should show who has signed it, who has stamped it.
So in that case, don't just go to your school's portal and download the transcript and submit.
No.
It must come from the academic registry, stamped and signed.
Exactly.
Like official coming from the school.
Official.
Not the school's website or portal you download. Yeah.
Stamped, signed with their name, everything, the dates, everything. Everything is like whatever they are requesting for, what they mean. They are being putting it in quotes. University admission, what they mean by official. So that's what we have to do. So all my 4 universities were asking for my certified one, my bachelor certificate, a CV, and then only among all of them, only Linus University was asking for letter of motivation for my program.
Did you hear that? Easy. Among the 4 schools, it was only one school that even requested for a motivational letter
and a CV.
The other 3, especially Maladelin, I think it's one of the easiest.
Maladelin is just easy. Oh my God!
Anything. The moment you upload the transcript, your certificate, you're good to go.
You're good to go. No recommendation, no letter of motivation. And they even have scholarship. Good scholarship.
100% scholarship.
100 though. It's like Gothenburg University.
Maladelin University. Did you hear that? If you want more information on that school, you can just.
It's a good school.
Yeah, comment.
Linus is best, but Maladelin is good.
all right. I think she covered basically what we needed to know. I have some few questions, then we can wrap up on this section. Can you tell us about accommodation? How did you get accommodation before? Did you secure accommodation before coming, or you got here before getting accommodation? Tell us about it.
Okay. So even before you go for the interview, Ghana will go to Abuja. You have my interviewer asks me, he says, where are you going to stay? So you have to show.
So yes, I think we'll dedicate that as well. The whole visa application process is another thing.
Another wahala.
Yeah, so in that video we will have time to talk about application process in regards to visa, the residence permit, where you have to go if they invite you for interview or not, because some go for interview, some do not go for interview, depending on your case officer. It's their discretion. They can invite you to come and clarify some things. Some people, the moment you send your application, some few weeks they approve you. So it depends on individual experience and cases. So we'll come back to address those issues. So tell us about accommodation.
So the accommodation, I just Googled university admissions, so they put some information about accommodation. Then Linus University, they always say look for accommodation. Like this is about accommodation. And one thing about me is that the moment I submitted my application in December, I just typed studyinSweden.se, and they gave me the Instagram page, they gave me their YouTube page, so I got to know about like basically how to live in Sweden as a student. So I was okay. The most common one regarding our city here, we are in Kalmar. So it's Kalmarhem. That one is the basic one, the first point of contact for accommodation application. So yes, so you have to do that. But when you're in Stockholm, Studenbostäder, like all those ones are different parts. So I just Googled and I saw Kalmarhem. And then one thing about them is that you have to register. It's a housing queue. So you join the queue. So whoever comes first is who they'll give the apartment to. Then I also looked for another one. I was like, let me look for Rixham.
Okay, let me throw more light on that. So in accommodation, securing accommodation in Sweden, it's quite different from what we know. Like it's quite different from maybe where you are coming from. So for instance, in Ghana, you can just walk in, pay, and then you enter and start using your facility. But here there's something we call the queue. You have to queue in the system, and they do the queuing based on your ranking points. So if someone registered 3 months ago and you registered today, the person has already accumulated enough points
for the house.
So if you are competing for the same accommodation, they will regard the person first before even considering you. So that's how it works here.
So I had to Kalmarhem and Rixham. So Kalmarhem, yes, they have some. Me, I didn't like the house. So they have shared apartments. You have to share washroom.
So I got my accommodation from Kalmarhem. She got from Rixham.
Yes. So there are things I was looking for. Kalmarhem, I was not at the time. I was looking for the apartment. I was not seeing, and I think I was telling that I think it's because of the cities the towns I selected. Because when I didn't know the town. I was just selecting anyhow. So I didn't get better apartments that to my taste, like no shared anything. So I saw Rixham. It was easy. Rixham is very easy. Everything you can translate. I just joined the housing queue once again, and I joined this housing queue the moment I got my admission. Admission came 21st of March. So it's always advisable that the moment you get your admission, you register on the housing agencies and then start joining the queue. Okay,
did you hear that?
So I had a lot of points.
Receive admissions, you register
that day. That very day, I started my journey.
So that you will be able to accumulate more points
for the house. So after when I got my accommodation, I was like 70 or 80 points. So So when my apartment came, I was number 2. I think the first person didn't take it. Oh, then I took it.
You got it.
And I don't share anything with anybody.
So tell us about that. You don't share anything means?
I don't share any washroom. I don't share any kitchen.
You have your
I don't
own
share
kitchen,
any space.
Everything
Self-contained.
I see.
I don't have any wahala.
Oh, wonderful.
Just is in there shared.
No.
And that one has advantages.
I only share kitchen. I also have my washroom. But my kitchen is for
it's for Manstein. It's for but it's good because you get integrated.
Anytime I go to cook, you meet about 4 or 5 students.
Yeah, very nice.
And you talk, you share ideas. Like it becomes a place of even having fun.
I don't have that.
Yeah, she's alone. So loneliness go baba.
The bad side of it, I don't share, but
yeah.
So that's it, Rixham. So you make sure you register the moment you get admission. That day now, that's when I registered. Some people wait and later they don't even get a pass.
Okay. Yeah, so that's about accommodation as well. So guys, if you are still on this video, you are watching and you've not subscribe to this channel. This is JC Travel Series. Comment, share, and like I said, we are going to bring you relevant
more information to help you. This year, next year, we are always here. Just see, it's good. He will help you. He has helped people. I have helped people. He will help you.
Yeah, so
it's possible.
I'm going to bring these people. I have a couple of people, even the Swedish out themselves. I'll be bringing some people on this channel to talk to you. If you're interested, not just in Sweden, Denmark, Germany. She's a German expert, you know. She,
Germany.
You know, let me tell you this before we end this section. She speaks German.
What is this?
She speaks German. And trust me, I don't know how she did that, but
I went to Goethe Institute.
Did you hear that?
Germany, I love it. Yeah, we'll go there. I'll take you there. You know,
I will.
We'll bring people to Germany. We'll go on tour.
We have to go there in December. So, guys, we'll be ending this section soon. So, if you're new here, subscribe, like, share, and then bring other people on board. So, finally, before we go, if I ask you to say 3 things to my viewers, what they should consider doing before applying to schools in Sweden or any other country, just 3 things in the form of advice. 3. 1, 2, 3. Say 3 things. Like, what will you have told them?
Every dream is possible. Every dream.
Every dream. The
moment you set your mind on it. It took me like 20 years. It was a dream. I've achieved it. Every dream is possible. Just set your mind to it. Number 2, always search for information. Have relevant information. Don't stop searching, getting information, getting prepared. Don't stop, because if you have vital information, relevant information, it makes the whole process easy for you. Traveling abroad is not a day journey. Okay, a journey of 1,000 miles. It begins with a step. Start with your preparation. Everything that you need to know. Finances, gather documents. Everything is money and everything. If it's funding, scholarship, sponsorship, prepare documents on point. And lastly, abrochie is nice. Everybody is subjective. People come, everybody and their story, but just tell yourself that when I come, whatever way I'm going to do to make a difference, both at home, in my country, wherever it's possible. Don't use somebody's story of their suffering in abrochie to become your own, or to deter you from coming here. Don't let somebody's own of, let you pressure yourself to making it quick, easily.
Okay.
It's a journey, it's a step. Make it beautiful. It's yours.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you hear that? So 3 things, takeaways.
Every dream is possible.
Have a dream, give birth to the dream, do research, get information, and then thirdly,
abrochie is nice.
Abrochie is subjective, but it's subjective, so it means relax, take your time, give it time, let it mature, and then you can have it fulfilled. Is that it? So guys, thank you for your time today. If you're a subscriber, I will really appreciate you. If you are new here, please subscribe. My guest, once again, she's called Elizabeth. She's from Ghana.
She's to say Elizabeth.
Wow. So I'll be bringing her here often to share her insights on this journey with us. So thank you so much for today, and see you in our next video.